Versions of the aid and dying legislation have been proposed in the state legislature for years at this point, ultimately failing every time. But organizers of this walk across the state, they are on a mission to build support and educate the public to get this legislation passed in 2024.
This means so much to the people who are terminally ill and facing an unnecessarily painful and difficult death. Because for them, just having this option can provide them a means with which to not have to worry about how they will die.
Leading the walk is Tim Appleton, campaign director for Compassion and Choices Action Network, who stepped off alongside State Senator and the co-chair of the Public Health Committee, Suud Anwar. Appleton expects to cover about 10 miles every day, 6 days a week, for 5 weeks, covering nearly 300 miles. This effort comes after aid and dying legislation failed in the Judiciary Committee this past session before it could advance to the legislature for consideration.
It is unfortunate that sometimes people do not even have the opportunity to go outside of certain committees and then not have the opportunity to be deliberated by the entire body.
Also on scene, opponents of the legislation who call it a threat to vulnerable populations.
Medical assisted suicide is just another way of causing coercion to be exerted against these people by the medical profession.
Aid and dying legislation, as written during past sessions, would only apply to patients who are approved and qualified. To be eligible, a person must be 21 years or older, terminally ill with the prognosis of 6 months or less to live, and mentally capable of making an informed healthcare decision.
It will be the strictest in the nation. Not only does it require 2 physicians to attest to the patient's mental capability, terminal illness, and the ability to self-ingest medication, but a mental health professional also is included that has to attest to all the same as well.
Right now, aid and dying is allowed in 10 states and Washington, D.C. Reporting in South Windsor, I'm Angelo Bavaro, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.